We drink these now? Is that okay? We really pride ourselves on being a neighborhood bar. We want you to be comfortable here and just feel like you can come in and get a Miller Lite or a 12-ingredient cocktail. We're rooted here in the neighborhood and we're proud to be a part of it. My name is JC and I am co-owner of the Merryweather here in Schnitzelburg in Louisville, Kentucky.
I love the vibe in here.
Yeah.
I do. The first time I came in here, I was like, I'm gonna make a video here. Yeah, actually, no, I tried a drink first, and then I was like, I'm gonna make a video.
You had to make sure.
Yeah, I had to make sure. Well, speaking of drinks, what are we drinking? What is this?
This is the Beachy Palmer. It's basically just a tropical Arnold Palmer.
What is that for people that don't know?
For the lay folks, it's just usually equal parts lemonade and iced tea. The golfer Arnold Palmer famously drank them. This one has mint iced tea and house-made lemonade, but we kind of up the ante. We do a house passion fruit syrup, coconut rum, and then we do a little bit of blackstrap rum to sort of give it that sort of earthy, caramely coffee background, you know?
Okay. Well, let's give it a try.
Yeah.
It is the perfect summer cocktail. No, it's got the iced tea, it's got the lemonade. I have never tried the Bacardi coconut rum before, but it's very smooth.
Yeah.
And then that little black rum, just a little bit of...
Right on the end of that.
Yeah.
I think it's so good. Yeah, it's just really refreshing.
So I noticed that there's a sign in here, T. Eddie's Bar and Grill, but this isn't...
This is not T. Eddie's Bar and Grill. This is the Merryweather.
Okay.
My partner's name is Emily Ruff. She is my romantic partner and business partner. But we have sort of a relationship to the old T. Eddie's. Emily and I had our first date there, our first kiss there.
Oh, wow.
And so we got their sign because we're friends with the current tenants of the building.
So what does the Merryweather mean to you? And what do you want it to mean to others that come and visit?
To me, it means I've never really heard the word neighborhood bar until people started calling. I mean, when I lived in Chicago, everybody called different bars neighborhood bars. But to be called that here means a lot to me. We really do pride ourselves on being a neighborhood bar in Schnitzelburg, Germantown, Louisville, and being on a corner. You know, you have to come find us. We're not on a busy thoroughfare. We didn't want to price ourselves out of the neighborhood that we're in. You know, we're in Schnitzelburg. It's a working class neighborhood. Always has been. I think it still is, you know. Hopefully people aren't getting pushed out. But we wanted to be able to have affordable cocktails.
You've got some unusual drinks on your menu.
Yes.
I can see a lot of people loving them. Like they're just a lot of fun. You just read it and you're like, what?
Yeah.
I've never seen this.
But yeah, we do like peanut butter tequila.
How do you make peanut butter tequila?
We make ours, we use tequila obviously, roasted peanuts, sugar, lime, habanero, so we make it a little spicy. And then whiz it all up and do some straining. And you've got basically a house-made peanut butter infused tequila with some spice. We have been serving that since we opened because I was obsessed with it at a bar I went to in Lexington called Ona. Theirs is different. I've had it since then. It's much different, still absolutely delicious. But as soon as we started serving it, everyone was clamoring for jelly tequila. So we decided to start making that. So that's become a big thing where people do the peanut butter and the jelly tequila, mix it together, and it's kind of like we call it the PB&J shot.
Right.
If you have it with a PBR, it really tastes like a sandwich. One of our biggest sellers right now is our Verdita Slushy, which is house-made Verdita. So you have cilantro, mint, pineapple, lime, jalapeno.
And that's all fresh stuff.
Oh yeah.
And people that are watching this video and listening to the description of all those drinks, that's all made from scratch.
Definitely, all from scratch.
And you're still keeping it at like $10 or less. And
yeah, like the slushies, $8. During happy hour, it's only $5, you know.
Right.
And it's got 3 kinds of rum, Velvet Falernum, which is a liqueur, rum-based liqueur, tequila. It's very boozy, herbal, spicy slushy. That's pretty special. I can say we did invent that.
Okay.
I've never seen that before.
So this was great. Could you show us how to make that?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So today we're going to be making what is called a Beachy Palmer, which is just kind of a tropical iteration of an Arnold Palmer. It used to be called Don the Beach Palmer, which was an ode to Don the Beachcomber, a famous gentleman who created tiki drinks back in 1934 or so. But we thought that title was a little esoteric, so it's called Beachy Palmer. It says it all right there. It's, like I said, our version of a tropical Arnold Palmer. So to get started, we're going to take an ounce of our house-made lemonade, and that's just fresh lemon juice and sugar and water. Classic. Ours is pretty tart, a little sweet. Up next, we've got a house-made passion fruit syrup, and we use a passion fruit puree, sugar, and water, very simple. Some people call this fashionola. So we're putting that in there for a little bit of the tropical, citrusy vibe. For the tea element, we brew an iced tea in-house, but we use a mint iced tea. So it's got a little bit of a mint backbone to it, but it's nice and dry and refreshing. It is caffeinated, so if you wanted to make this at home and substitute an uncaffeinated tea, I think it would taste just fine. We're doing 2 ounces of that, so that's a big portion of the drink right there. 2 ounces of the mint iced tea. Up next is a really funky, fun rum. We use a Cruzan Blackstrap Rum. This rum is kind of peculiar and very, very flavor forward. It's got notes of licorice and molasses. So one thing I would caution is when you're using this rum, use it sparingly at first until you kind of know what you're doing with it. We used to overuse it all the time. We've kind of dialed it down. So for this particular recipe, this Blackstrap rum, we're just putting in a 1/4 ounce. And what that does, it just gives it a little bit of nice licoricey, molassesy backbone, kind of like a nutty, sugary flavor as well. And for the rest of the cocktail, we've got a coconut element. We're cheating a little bit here with coconut rum. But as you'll see, the light rum here makes a really nice and refreshing version of an Arnold Palmer, and it's got just enough coconut flavor to it that it gives it that tropical flavor as well. And we're doing 1.5 ounces of coconut rum. We'll add ice and give it a nice shake. And then for this one, we just dump it right into the glass, and it's got a nice bit of foaminess to it from the passion fruit and the lemon. And then what we're gonna do is garnish it with some fresh mint. Give it a nice little slap to bring out the flavor. There we go. And a lemon wedge. And as always, we like to use a funky straw. And that is a Beachy Palmer.
And that's really all I want people to be aware of, that are regulars or first timers. These cocktails, even if there's 3 or 4 ingredients, one of those is homemade. And your prices are, they're fantastic.
Well, we really just want to be a place where people can come and relax and be in sort of a dimly lit, comfortable atmosphere. Play some pinball, and have a beer and a shot, or preferably try a cocktail and enjoy that. I don't think we're a dive bar, but you could throw us into that sort of mix, but with better drinks. Yeah.